Hello everyone, hope you will be fine and in the high state of Iman and health. Today I'm gonna discuss some important factor through tea time. So I have, let me just comfort myself and then we will discuss. I'm going to fully, I have Sidney Sheldon, The Naked Face, as intro of a book. I usually try my best to give you in my next all vlogs, and we will. So I bought it in 2006. 2006 might be here. Yeah, you can see. So before going further, let me just, I'm not feeling, might be there is air pressure, so I am going to close it right now. So we will discuss with you my teacher, and usually I don't like, because I'm a keen lover of Nescafe. As you know that I have written down a poem in Urdu about Nescafe. So along with, I want to share some important lines of The Naked Face by Sidney Sheldon. So these are my favorite lines. Example, in chapter 4. Today the topic of the vlog is that I want to share some important updates about my channel, and they are very important for all of you, and that is necessary for my all viewers. And so today the season, today the weather is very pleasant and seasonal amusement I'm enjoying through you. And yeah, I'm gonna start it from chapter 4. Okay. The morning newspaper headlined the sensational torture murder of Carol Roberts. Jude was tempted to have his telephone exchange, call his patients, and cancel his appointments for the day. He had not gone to bed, and his eyes felt heavy and gritty. But when he reviewed the list of patients, he decided that 2 of them would be desperate if he cancelled. 3 of them would be badly upset. The other could be handled. He decided it was better to continue with his normal routine, partially for his patient sake and partially because it was good therapy for him to try to keep his mind off what had happened. Jude arrived at his office early, but already the corridor was crowded with newspaper and television reporters and photographers. He refused to let them in or to make a statement, and finally managed to get rid of them. He opened the door to his inner office slowly, filled with trepidation. But the blood-stained rug had been removed, and everything else had been put back in place. And where we were, yep. The office looked normal, except that Carol would never walk in her again, smiling and full of life. Jude heard the outer door open. His first patient had arrived. Harrison Burke was a distinguished looking silver haired man who looked like the prototype of a big business executive, which he was a vice president. Let me turn the page. The International Steel Corporation. When Jude had first seen Burke, he had wondered whether the executive had created his stereotyped image, or whether the image had created the executive. Someday he would write a book on face values, a doctor's B-sides manner, a lawyer's flamboyance in a courtroom, an actress' face and figure. These were the universal currencies of acceptance, the surface image rather than the basic values. Burke lay down on the couch and Jude turned his attentions to him. Burke had been sent to Jude by Dr. Peter Hadley 2 months ago. It had taken Jude 10 minutes to ascertain that Harrison Burke was a paranoid with tendencies towards homicide. The morning headlines had been full of murder that had taken place in this office the night before, but Burke never mentioned it. That was typical of his condition. He was totally immersed in himself. You didn't believe me before, Burke said, but now I have got proof that they are after me. I thought we had decided to keep an open mind about that, Harrison. Pardon me. Jude replied carefully, remember, yesterday we agreed that the imagination could play. So, before going, I have some important updates for you about my channel. I'm going to produce this idea for the short-sighted persons, for the blind persons, that I'm going to produce some important chapters of some important books of literature, and some important books of some very important writers. For them I will read and try my best to give them the particular enthusiasm of the book, of the novel, or might be of the short story, or might be some other glimpse of the literature. Now I have told many times to you that my Urdu channel is separated from this Mentor English channel, and my Urdu channel name is Murshid Urdu Professor MA Raza. You can search by the term in Urdu, Murshid Urdu Professor MA Raza, and that will be, and also you can choose the handle of that channel by Mentor Urdu. That is particularly available. On other hand, the second update which I want to show you, that there is lot of things, there are lot of issues that have been covered as on-demand lectures, but still there are more than 200 lectures are still in pipeline. They need more attention. So I'm going to close. I'm not going to have some other demands. I'm not going to, I will not attend, and I will not get more demands about your on-demand lectures, about your help about your teaching methodology, about your teaching pedagogy, about your teaching techniques, till I will complete the pipeline 200 lectures on both channels, especially on Urdu and Mentor Urdu, and here on Mentor English. After that, I will be able to give you the particular sequence, and to give you the actual help according to your on-demand lectures. The third update is that the channel for the students by the name of Global Kids Circus, or in Urdu Takhliqat Almi Atfal, I'm going to give you all the poems, whether they are from Afaq Sun series, whether they are from Oxford, whether they are from Tifli, whether they are from Afaq Sun series, whether they are from Afaq Iqbal series, whether they are from PTB, Punjab Text Board, or whether they are from KPK board, or whether they are from Balochistan board, or whether they are from other like whether I'm helping my old and my former colleagues of Sharjah and UAE, whether they are whether that is the particular subject particular syllabus of Sharjah school, or might be Sayyid school, or might be Beacon House of Muscat, or Beacon House of UAE. All the poems from these syllabus and from these curriculums, I will put all them on my Kids Circus channel. And my Kids Circus channel is a channel I'm trying to produce all the data or all the data there without music, or with just rhymes, or with just verbal rhymes, or with just like in Urdu you can say tarannum. So I'm producing there. So the third update, which is very peculiar about my Arabic lectures, and that are available on Mentor Arabic channel, and my Turkish all vlogs, and my Turkish all Turkish language learning lectures are will be available on Mentor Turkish, that is another channel. And as because of YouTube updates, that's a particular update of YouTube and by the YouTube creators, that you can use a single language for a particular channel. So I have turned my all language vlogs to different channels. And if you want to learn logic in Urdu, if you want to learn surf in Urdu, if you want to learn Minhajul Balagha in Urdu, if you want to learn Al Balaghatul Waziya in Urdu, if you want to learn Tadribus Surf in Urdu, if you want to learn some other aspects like of classical Islamic sciences, logic, and like conjugations, and like linguistics of Arabic or Urdu or Turkish, that is also available on my dedicated channel, which is not for me only, that is for the society, by the name of Jame Darul Uloom Sheikhul Islam, and the handle of the channel is Sheikhul Islam. So you can also subscribe and hit the bell icon for all the related activities, and for all the related activities and the related lectures or vlogs I will put there, inshallah. And I will upload the recordings, and I will be live there, inshallah. And all my religious activities, all my activities as mentor of Islamic mentor, or as a religious mentor, will be available on Jame Darul Uloom Sheikhul Islam. And another thing, that my Murshid Urdu channel is available in thoroughly Urdu terms. If you are going to search out my Urdu lectures there, you will have to put you will have to use Urdu keyboard. That will give you the peculiar, that will give you the particular result, and that will give you the accurate result, that will give you the maximum result which you want. Because from 2020, pardon me, from 2020 22 or 22nd, I have lectured there. I have upload my all Urdu vlogs. I have upload my all Urdu lectures there in detail, and with all magnificent manners, and with all your according to your all demands, and on demand lectures also available there. But you use Urdu keyboard to understand the lecture very well, and fetch the idea and fetch the your desired or your on-demand lecture. So my teacup is empty right now, and you are going to tell me that is this a good idea for blind person and for sighted persons, or for also for the person having some type of eye blindness, or some type of short sighting. So is it the good idea? You are going to comment me, you are going to give me, you are going to email me on this idea that should I continue it for the betterment of the society or not. Today in this case I acknowledge and I show you and I deliver some important lines from the book The Naked Face by Sidney Sheldon. So suspense, intrigue, and passion from the world's favorite storyteller. So what about the book? If I am not wrong, Hansen died quickly with a knife in his back. Carol was next covered with acid and tortured to death. Now it was Jude's turn. New York, pardon me, New York psychoanalyst had known them both, two faceless executioners on a murderous mission, searching for a secret Jude doesn't even have. Sidney Sheldon's gripping first novel lays bare the hidden word of it might be, the word is, let me just rub it and it might be clear. Analyst, word of the analyst's couch, where murder and violence can hover dangerously close to the surface. Suspense could hardly be greater. Daily Telegraph, tingling, breathless cliffhanger by US bestseller. And that is a particular very important book. And if we think that what is being said by Sidney Sheldon, I want to give you some important aspect. Sidney Sheldon is the author of the just a minute please. Sidney Sheldon is the author of the what happened? The author of Side of Midnight, A Strange in the Mirror, Bloodline, and Rage of Angels, Master of the Game, If Tomorrow Comes, Windmills of the God, The Sand of Time, Memories of Midnight, The Doomsday Conspiracy, The Star Shine Down, Nothing's Lost Forever. I have read it, and that is one of my most favorite story. And one thing I want to share with you, that there is a conspiracy that the great Urdu writer Muhammad Ahmad has turned all the novel Nothing's Lost Forever and translated it into Urdu by the name of La Hasil. That is a very important conspiracy. Nothing's Lost Forever, Morning, Noon and Night, and the Best Laid Plans, all pardon me, Best Laid Plans, all numbers one international bestsellers. His first book, The Naked Face, was acclaimed by the New York Times as the best first mystery novel of the year. Mr. Sheldon has won a Tony Award for Broadway's Redhead, and an Academy Award for The Bachelors, and the Bobby Socher, Rage of Angels, Masters of the Game, Windmills of the Gods, and Memories of Midnight have been made into a highly successful television miniseries. He has written the screenplays for 23 motion pictures, including Easter Parades with Judy Garland and Annie Get Yogan. He also created 4 long-running television series, including Heart to Heart and I Dream of Jenny, which he produced. He was awarded the 1993 Prix Literary Diwali from the Diwali Film Festival, and is now included in the Guinness Book of World Record as the most translated author. Mr. Sheldon and his wife live in Southern California and London. So this particular story is dedicated to by the dedicated to I'll give you by the same author. If tomorrow comes, Master of the Games, Rage of the Angels, Bloodline, A Stranger in the Mirror, the other side of midnight, Windmills of the Gods, The Sand of the Time, Memories of Midnight, The Doomsday Conspiracy, The Stars Shine Down, Nothing's Lost Forever, Morning, Noon, and Night, The Best Laid Plans. Laid Plane, sorry. HarperCollins publisher, and dedicated to women in my life, Georgia, Mary, and Natalia or Natalie. And on the other hand, some important factors I want to share with you. For example, the Doomsday Conspiracy, Sidney Sheldon, devastatingly topical novel from the world's master storyteller. And Robert Bellamy, U.S. Naval Intelligence, disillusioned man recovering from a broken marriage, is dispatching on a top secret mission. A weather balloon he is told carrying sensitive military information has crashed in Switzerland, and Bellamy must locate the 10 witnesses to the incident. But when he arrived in Switzerland, he discovered that it wasn't a it wasn't a weather balloon that crashed after all, but a UFO, unforeseen objects with the 2 dead aliens aboard, whose remains have since vanished. As the story unfolded, Bellamy gradually discovered the full terrible nature of Operation Doomsday, a conspiracy of such magnitude as to threaten the destruction of Earth's environment. He also rebuilds his own shattered life, finding true loves and hope for the future again. The next one, The Other Side of Midnight, Sidney Sheldon again, the magnificent novel of scorching sensation and shimmering evil that become a triumphant screen sensation. A beautiful French actress whose craving for a passion and worldliness took her from the gutters of Paris to the bedroom of millionaire. A dynamic Greek tycoon who never forget an insult, never forget an injury. A handsome war hero drawn from his wife to a woman none could resist, and a girl whose dream of love was transformed into a nightmare of fear. Paris and Washington, Hollywood and the island of Greece, and the setting for a dramatic narrative of 4 star-crossed lives enmeshed in a deadly ritual of passions, intrigue, and corruption, where the punishment will always exceed the crime. Gripping, glamorous, memorable, heart-stopping, Irving Wallace. The next one is Nothing's Lost Forever, Sidney Sheldon, and again masterpiece of Sidney Sheldon. In the frantic world of big San Francisco hospital, events catapult 3 women doctors into a white hot spotlight. Dr. Paige Taylor, she swore it was euthanasia. 3 women doctors into a white hot spotlight. Dr. Paige Taylor, she swore it was euthanasia. 3 women doctors into a white hot spotlight. Dr. Paige Taylor, she swore it was euthanasia. 3 women doctors into a white hot spotlight. Dr. Paige Taylor, she swore it was euthanasia.
euthanasia. But when Page inherited $1 million from a patient, the district attorney called it murder. Dr. Kate Hunter, she vowed never to let a man to close again until to close again until she accepted the challenge of a deadly bet. Dr. Honey Taffet, to make it in medicine, she knew she'd need something more than the brains God gave her. Racing from the life and death decisions of the operation room to the tension-packed fireworks of murder trial, nothing's lasts forever lays bare the ambitions and fear of healers and killers, lovers and betrayers in a heart-stopping story you wished would never end. Of all the popular novels I've read this summer, this beats the Lord of sheer storytelling masterly. Today का ये जो है ना वो है and morning, noon and night. Sidney Sheldon again जी, and this is the last intro of and then we will complete our vlog inshallah, and we will end it up with the best wishes and with the your prayers inshallah. The Stanford family is one of the most respected in America, but behind the facade of fame and glamour lies a hidden web of blackmail, drugs and murder. Here I got the idea that is quite like the same as fame game of Madhuri Dixit, as you have visited, or have you might be you have a idea about that, the fame game by Madhuri Dixit. That is quite, I think I'm but when I will quite read, then I will give you the particular vlog that it is quite like the fame game of Madhuri Dixit or not. So the next one is when Harry Stanford, one of the wealthiest man in the world, mysteriously drowned while cruising on his yacht. It set off a chain of events. The reverberates around the globe. At the family gathering following the funeral in Boston's strikingly beautiful young woman appears. She claims to the Stanford's daughter and entitled to a share of the Tycoon's estate. Is she genuine or is she an impostor? Sweeping from the splendors of the Italian Riviera to the fashion salons of Paris and New York and the elite opulence of Boston and Florida, morning, noon and night twists and turns its way through intrigues, smoke and mirrors to a surprise ending you will never forget. Sheldon is a writer working at the height of his power. I hung on till the very ends. New York Times का जो है वो ये इसके बुक के बारे में, not this one, बाकी जो मैंने आपको बताई हैं उनके जो है वो स्टोरी टेलिंग के वाले से जो डिफरेंट मैंने आपको टॉपिक्स बताए हैं तो उनके वो हैं. तो so now I hope so that you have got and you have fetched the idea. So might be we should go now and we should complete today's vlog. Before going, I would like to request to you that if let me just pardon me to you that before going, I request to you that let me go now and say with me, do something more for humanity, do something more for knowledge and practices. So again, I need your prayers. I give you all the updates about my channel, and I give you the complete updates about the upcoming channels and about the working channels and about my different types of vlogging, different types of lectures, different type of lectures in different languages are available. I've told you all the channel handles, and I've told you all the how you can search them. And along with, we have started our first episode about for the short sighted persons or for the blind persons, as the storytelling by Professor MA Raza. That segment will be on, inshallah, if you allow me, if you give me maximum sharing, if you give me maximum liking on this, I will definitely give you the complete different episodes of this segment. And again, say with me, and let me go now and say with me: do something more for humanity, do something more for knowledge and practices. Have a good day.